Now, we all dream of having the perfect kitchen, but if, unlike me, you actually use your kitchen to extensively cook in, how do you keep it looking so pristine? Well, I'll tell you how I do it. I talk to my friend Christy, or the Food Psychologist, and this is Christy, and she's going to tell us today about how she's managed to, you'll be able to see yourself now, to be able to tell us how you manage to make the kitchen look good, but you use your kitchen all the time to get the perfect food process.
Yeah, and I think that's the balancing act, isn't it? Because we can have these beautiful places that are not functional. So we do a lot of cooking in this kitchen, and I also want it to feel nice and feel homely. So I think one of my top tips is I always have a pantry. So this is one of my favourite parts of the kitchen. So what I love about having the pantry is that when I do my weekly shop, I can stand here, I usually do it online, and I can just see what's empty, what am I missing, what do I need to fill up. And it also means you're not going to end up with tins at the back of the cupboard that have gone off years ago. So it just means that you can visually see it all, and I don't actually have any food in any of the cupboards.
Now, Christy, do I look like a tinned food person? But the other choices you've made, this combination, that his and hers Smeg fridges, I noticed the pink one's a little bit larger.
Yeah.
Is that because of a wider taste? But how do you decide on how things should look within your kitchen?
Yeah, so I love colours, and I find that's what really kind of inspires me. I don't want anything that's too plain. One of my favourite parts, after the pantry, is open shelving. So I don't have any kind of wall shelves in here. I love to be able to see all my dishware. I collect dishware, different kind of mugs, and also plates in the plate rack. I think the key with this is that you're using them regularly. So everything that's on the open shelves, they are changing all the time, and I'm using the bowls to make stuff and putting them back up. Otherwise they're going to get dusty. So it's not just ornamental. And then when you're buying the stuff, you also need to think about the colours and how that works. Then it's not just getting shoved in the drawer.
So what was your starting point? Because you did have to pick a kitchen to make it work.
Yeah, so when I was thinking about the kitchen, I knew that the first point was always I wanted to have the pink Smeg. So I do a lot of cooking videos, and I always wanted one of those. And so that was where I started. And then I knew I wanted to have an island in the centre, because I do a lot of cooking. I find that really handy. And the other thing was a Belfast sink, because that's one of my favourites. So this is a very sort of freestanding kitchen, and that was the kind of key part. I wanted something that's kind of shabby chic, just felt quite homely, and then just kind of went from there.
Any mistakes that people should avoid? Anything that you would never do again?
I think you've got to think about the distances. So, it's fine. What I find now, because I've got the pantry, I've got to go over here and I bring out all the food and I put it onto the island, and then I will start cooking. But I think that's also the nature to do with the size as well. Nothing that's really been really problematic. I think next time when I do a kitchen, I'd actually like to make a bigger plate rack and actually build up my dishware collection. A lot of the dishes are down in here again. I would like those out and maybe make more mismatched kind of plates and stuff.
And I think the nice thing about this kitchen is that you do actually use everything, because we're all very prone to, we'll keep that for Sunday, we'll keep that for when we're entertaining. But all of your good looking products are used every day.
Yeah, and I love all my bowls. So whenever we have people around for lunch, even just as a family, I'm the kind of cook that I make up, I put everything into the bowls, I put them on the table, and everyone helps themselves so everyone can get the quantities that they want. And I think I love collecting dishware and roasting tins and different types of knives and stuff, and so that's all part of that kind of creative cooking process.
And do you think it actually, I'm a great believer of, even if you're a rotten cook, which you're not, I always put it on a nice plate so it looks and tastes better.
Yeah, I think presentation is so important, and we've got our daughter, and she doesn't always want to eat the same combinations of food as us, and if I plated it up for us, it's going to lead to a bit of an argument. So instead, if I put out a different selection, she can help herself and pick her own quantities. So I think there's those kind of mind tricks going on as well when you've got kids.
And if anybody wants some advice on how to be eating well and to have a better digestive lifestyle, like you're always trying to get me to do, where should we look?
Yeah, so I run a website called thefoodspsychologist.com, and we have like online programs and lots of cooking videos and kind of support people in making those changes.
And are you planning to bring out a range of crockery?
Oh, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Just be all pink.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, John.